Well, hello everybody and welcome back to Lisa's Coloring Corner. Today I wanted to color the first picture for the Color Along. This is a collaboration with myself and Donna from Color with Donna. This is hashtag Dive into Dover Spark, which we will be doing for the month of May. Donna also has a Facebook group called Color with Donna. I will be linking her YouTube channel down below and also her Facebook group. We will be posting all of our pictures in her Facebook group with the hashtag Dive into Dover Spark. So if you would like to color along with us, by all means do so, and then post your pictures in her Facebook group with the hashtag, and we can search and find all of the pictures from this color along for this month. I had a request to color from this book first. It is the Circles of Fun Animals coloring book. I just did a flip through of all of the Spark books that I had that I will be using and coloring from for the month of May. I will link this particular book down below, and I am going to be coloring with my Sharpie and Amazon Basics markers. I do have the fine tip and the ultra fine tip. And I do have this a little bit dark right now because when I have the coloring book page out, it's bright white, and I didn't want to blind you guys with the page. I did originally have all my Sharpies and Amazon Basics in these cases. I know you're a little bit close, and I'll explain while I'm coloring why my camera is closer right now. This is just a pencil case, and there are no sections to it, but I know many of you wanted to know where I got these cases from. I had the fine tip in one and the ultra fine in another. And because I found when I colored, I had a real hard time finding the colors that I wanted. Because they were just all mishmashed in here. I know some of you like the verbiage that I use, mishmashed. So I will link these down below because I know in the past I did get a lot of questions where I got these from. So I did get them on Amazon. I got these on Amazon too. I will link these down below too in case you would like to get any of these. They have a number of different designs. I don't know, like maybe 6 or so. And there is a Velcroed pocket on the front. So if you want to stick, I don't know, maybe any fine liners or some little pad that you're coloring on if you're, you know, at a doctor's office, an appointment or something. So yeah, I really like these. I'll show you what they're like inside. It has a nice carrying handle and zippers shut, of course. So let's open it the right way. I guess I put my name tag, the label on incorrectly. So these are the pencil cases where you can fit 3 pencils in each section, but 2 of the markers fit in each section very nicely. So that's why I wanted this kind. Typically for my pencils, I like all the single slots, so you can just fit 1 pencil in each slot. To me, those are just easier. But for my markers, I wanted the multiple slots. So yeah, I just split them all out by color. I do have my Sharpie fine line pens in here also, and then the Amazon Basics. So I have everything that fits in here. Here are the rest of the Amazon Basics. So the fine tips are set up the exact same way. I will get out my handy dandy color charts that I created with the Sharpie markers and the Amazon Basics, so I can pick out some colors. So let's put these up here, get my other stuff out of the way. make myself some room here. Let's see, where can I put my color charts? There we go. And I think I'll probably be using the ultra fine tips more than the fine tips. So I'm going to put them over here, and I'll put these up here. And make sure I got these set up the correct way. Yep, okay. All right, so now that we got that out of the way, the picture that I'm going to color out of this book is this cute one with the mousies. And I'm going to zoom you in a little bit. And maybe we are just a tad dark. Let me brighten it up a little. There we go. Okay, so not quite sure where I'm going to start on this. Is that a little too bright now? No. All right. So why don't we go ahead and start with the mousies? So I am going to color the mousies gray, of course. So I have two different shades of gray here. No, I have three. Okay. So we have celestial gray, slate gray, and dark matter gray. So we'll get out all three shades of gray and we'll color these mousies different color. And that reminds me, I gotta get a sheet to put behind this picture so we don't bleed onto the next one. Let's start with the lightest gray. Ooh. Alrighty, I have not done a color and chat in a long time, have I? I've been so busy with doing other kind of videos rather than coloring videos. Now I probably could get out in these type of books, I probably could get out the, and maybe I'm gonna do that. I don't know if I'll necessarily need the ultra fine. Typically you do. And my other light is in the way. All right, let's get out the fine tip. Okay, and I was coloring with the lightest gray. So yeah, this will work much better in here. How is everybody doing? It is Wednesday night when I am coloring this, so that's why I'm kind of having the lighting issues that I'm having. I have to try to figure out a better way of getting my lighting to work here at night, because I don't know, it seems too bright, and all I have on is my light that is underneath the canopy part of my desk. And then before I had tried, I have a desk light that I use when I do color here, and using either one of those lights, it just really is so bright on this paper, and I don't know why. I don't, as I've mentioned in previous videos, I don't have an overhead light in this room, which I think is part of the problem. It would be really, really nice to have an overhead light in here, and we actually bought a light to go in this room quite, well, couple years ago. And Bob was going to do it, but there are a couple of problems in that he doesn't know if the wiring is going sideways or if it's running up and down in this room. So, you know, without going up, we'll color this one the same color, without actually going up into the attic, which you have to go into from the garage There's a drop-down ladder that you have to climb up into the attic part of the house. And of course, you don't want to go up there when it's summertime because it's like over 100 degrees up there. And there is all kinds of blown-in insulation up there, so he would have to have some type of suit on too. So we'll see if that gets done. But yeah, that would help me tremendously. I just don't know if he's up to doing it anymore or not, so I do not want to push it. My brother-in-law does a lot of that stuff too, though, so I might ask him if he would maybe come and do it for me. Because it sure would be nice. And like I said, I think that would help me a lot when I am coloring in here and recording. Not to mention the fact I always have to come over and turn my desk light on in order to do anything like with my printers, or you know, come in here. I have a lot of storage things in here too, and so to come in here and do any of that, I always have to come and at least turn on my desk lamps. And let's do this guy. A little bit darker of a gray. So the reason that my camera is down further than normal is I cannot get it to stay up much farther because Miss Madison has been at my desk clamp, that, well, my phone holder that clamps onto the edge of my desk, and she twisted it. And so the metal above the clamp that clamps onto my desk is breaking. Yeah, I was not happy. She did it once before, but Bob was kind of able to unbend the majority of it, so got it to work for the most part. But yeah, now it's really kind of going downhill, and I'm gonna have to get something else. Unfortunately, this one that I bought is no longer available, of course, but I did find something similar to it on Amazon, and it's a little bit cheaper, so I hope it's as good of quality as this. I really liked this one, so I'm gonna have to do a little bit of research and see what I can find out. I don't quite have the funds right now to get it, so, but I'm gonna have to find the funds pretty soon, because yeah, I don't know how much longer this one's gonna hold out. So I don't know, I may have to record with, I do have a tripod, so I could record with that if worse comes to worse. And I see I forgot the tails on these mousies. How could I forget the tails? So it is May 1st already. I cannot believe that. Wowie wowie. My oldest daughter's birthday is this month. Let's see, how old is she gonna be? Oh my gosh, she's gonna be 38. Oh my gosh. Wowie wowie. To think my oldest is getting close to 40. Boy, does that date me or what? Of course, I had her when I was 10, you know. Well, I did have her when I was quite young, but still. Oh my, that just doesn't seem possible. God. Unbelievable. So yes, we're going to have all gray mice. No white mice, because I don't want to leave this white at all. I have a real hard time doing that. Suppose if I had a super light gray, that would work, but I don't. Not in these sets. I should have checked the Amazon bases. Nope. Excuse me. That ever nasty cough. Okay, so we'll color him dark. So yeah, my granddaughter was up to her tricks, and this is in the other room, and she comes in here to play quite a bit because I have a lot of her toys in this room. And she typically, you know, she does real good. I don't have to supervise her constantly in here. And it's just kind of nice when she goes off by herself and she plays nice. So I just kind of let her play. But yeah, she must have decided she liked Grandma's holder. And I'm afraid if I get a new one, that she may decide she likes that too. And to take off the camera holder, my phone holder, every single time I do a video and have to reclamp it on my desk each time would really be a pain. And it would deter me from making videos because it would take me so long to set up each time. And I don't want to feel like, I don't feel like doing the video and setting that all up. So I don't know. I'm going to have to somehow, don't know how with a 2-year-old, well, almost 3-year-old. Oh my gosh. I'm trying not to cough to the point where my eyes are watering. Oh my. I should have brought a piece of candy or a cough drop along over here. Now with my eyes watering, my nose is going to start running. Well, it gets too bad. I will just have to pause the video and go wipe my eyes. I am so sorry for coughing on camera. I hate doing that. And sometimes it just can't be helped. Alrighty. These two shades of gray seem very, very similar. That one's, well, this one's a little bit more of a cooler gray, huh? Just a tad. Ugh, I got a tear running down my face. One moment. Oh my, okay. Alrighty. So, did I get all the mousies? I think so. Okay, let's do the ladybugs. I'm gonna get these grays back in here. Pardon my arm. So that I don't have a million gazillion markers all over my desk when I'm done. And let's get the super fine tips away too. Okay, and we will find a red. How about racy red? I think that would be a good color for a ladybug. 10, that would be racy red. And no, Sharpies do not have names on them, but by doing a ton of research, I did find all the names to the markers, and then I took a label maker, used some clear label tape, and I do have names on all of my markers, so I can use a color chart. So yeah, really helps when you are coloring a picture, of course. So if you've seen any of my previous coloring chats, you know I had mentioned the fact that we had mourning doves nesting in the garage. And yes, they are still in there. And it always seemed like, you know, it was the mom sitting on the nest every time you'd go out there, which was quite a bit. And I see that one had the head colored in black, and this one doesn't. So let's get out the black and color the head in black. There we go. And yes, so the mama bird has just been sitting on the nest, so she's either laid her eggs already or is about to. And I'm like, you know, every time you go out there, she is on that nest. And I'm like, when does this poor birdie eat? And so I Googled it. Like I Google everything. Google is my friend. And it said that they do not sit constantly on the nest. I'm going to do the sunflower next. So let's see. Do we want to, let's do the tangerine color. And I think I will get out the, not the tiny tips, fine tip. I'll get out the regular one, so my arm's going to be in the way again. That's leg warmer orange and tangerine. Yeah, the female does not stay on the nest all the time. The male and the female take turns. And even though you don't see them switch, and this marker seems a little dry, you may not see them switch, but they do. And I'm like, well, wow, they must, you know, switch when we're not out there then, because between Bob and I, we're out there quite a bit. And so, yeah. Here I was so worried that the mom was starving. And they are switching places. I had to pick Maddie up from where my daughter Heather works on Monday. And, you know, bring her back to my place for the day for babysitting. And so when we got to my place here, I wanted to show her the birdie. And so I lifted her up, and I tried lifting her up high, and so she could see the birdie, because the bird is nested up on a shelf up near the ceiling that Bob put up there. And it looks kind of funny because they nested right inside a couple of tomato cages that are up there, so they look like they're in a cage. A bird in a bird cage is what it looks like. So Maddie had a hard time seeing the bird, but I think by lifting her up like that, I pulled something in my back, because boy, these past couple days, ooh. And I know there are many of us that have back issues, so you kind of know what I'm talking about. But it is starting to get better now today, so. But yeah, Monday and Tuesday were kind of rough, especially when you're running after a 2-year-old all day. And I would try not to pick her up because that just kind of aggravated it. Well, sometimes you have to pick her up. So, yes, the trials and tribulations of getting old, right? Although I know there are some younger people, some of you that are younger out there that may have back issues too. It's not just us old people. All right, so now is this kind of green around here and then dark yellow inside? Well, that's what I'm going to make it. Let's see. Let's make that. Should I make it darker green? I don't know. Let's do a middle green. What does the Amazon Basics have for green? Just a light and a dark. Let's go with the middle of the road green, and let's go with Galaxy green. I think I'll use the fine, ultra fine for that. So let's find Galaxy green. There we go. Okay. So yeah, even after lifting Maddie up and everything, she still couldn't see the birdie. It is kind of hidden in there. And I think I can spot now that I read that on Google, that I think the one bird, and I don't know if it's the male or the female, is just has a hair darker of like a breast on it. So I don't know, like I said, if that's the male or the female, but it just seems like, and maybe that's just my imagination, I don't know. And maybe the way the one bird was sitting, but it just seems like one is just a little darker than the other. And sometimes when I open the garage door in the morning, then the other bird, again, I don't know if it's the male or the female, is sitting out on the Highline wire across the street here. And that's where every other year, that's where they sit all summer long, in the morning especially. It's not why they're called mourning doves, right? Because isn't it M-O-U-R? Because they sound like they're mourning with their whoo, whoo, whoo. And they just don't stop. They just go on and on and on. But yeah, that's where the other bird was sitting, and I think he was waiting for the garage door to open so he could come in and relieve the one that was on the nest all night. Which is why we do not like them nesting in the garage. But because they had their nest built already, and it seemed like she either had laid her eggs already, which is kind of what I'm suspecting. And I was pretty much off camera that entire time, wasn't I? Jeez Louise. We're still really washed out. I am sorry, guys. That's a little better. It's still brighter than what it is in person, but... Okay, let's do this all a darker yellow, and then I'm going to make those brown. So, what do we have for darker yellows? Nothing in the Amazon Basics. Ba-dum. Now, I use tangerine for that. Maybe I'll do this tan and then brown. Let's do that. I'm a little limited on my colors here. So, let's do almond and brown. And I think for the almond, I'm going to get out just the fine tip. And it'll go just a little faster. Now, oh no, that's not part of his foot. Sorry for the sniffling. I should just pause this video and go get a Kleenex. And I may do that. I don't want to be sniffling in your ear for the rest of this color and chat, this color along. How many of you have this book or think that you will get it? In case either, I'm sure Donna's going to do a picture out of this because she loves this book. I think this is probably her favorite out of all of the Dover Spark books. And she has colored a number of them out of here already. I was going to color out of the mandala book first, but then when I got the request to do one out of here, I thought, I can do that because I planned on coloring something out of each one of these books anyhow. So I figured I could start with this picture. Let's color these in. Now that would be, I'm going to color them red, but I want them a deeper red than the ladybugs. I don't want to go that dark. What kind of red do we have in here? Let's go with the Amazon Basics regular red. Okay, and that's number 5. See, I put labels because, again, Amazon Basics do not have color names on them. So I just numbered them and then gave them names. Or else they had names on Amazon when I ordered. I can't remember because I don't think I made up these names. Maybe I did. I don't know. Irregardless, that's how that color chart looks. And these are exactly like Sharpies. Exactly. Except for the body looks a little bit different, especially these. These kind of look like flare pens. But they color really, really nice. They're just a little bit cheaper than Sharpies, so you might want to give them a try. If I think of it, I will link these down below. It'd be hard to link the Sharpies because there are so many different packs and styles, and so I won't be doing that. But for the Amazon Basics, all you get is the finer ultra fine points. So I think I will finish coloring in these berries, and then I'm going to pause and go get a Kleenex so I quit sniffling in you guys' ears. It's kind of rude and so. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Sure hope I get completely over this shortly. It's just taking much longer than what I thought it was gonna. Bob is doing remarkably well after his surgery. He's still off work, but he goes back to the doctor on Tuesday for a recheck. It's hard to believe Friday it'll be 2 weeks since his hernia surgery. Well, Thursday he had the surgery to put the stent in 2 weeks ago, so it'll be 2 weeks tomorrow. Tomorrow's Thursday. And then on Friday, 2 weeks ago, was when he had his hernia surgery. So he had 2 surgeries in a row, 2 days in a row, I should say, 2 weeks ago. So, but he's doing really good with both of them, and of course is anxious to get back to work, you know them guys, and is lifting way more than he should be. He was on a 15 pound weight limit restriction until he went back to the doctor to see him for his checkup. And yeah, he's been lifting way more than 15 pounds. He'll be lifting something. I go, Bob, how heavy is that? He bought an air compressor and went and picked it up, put it in the back of the van, and when he brought it home and I seen the size of this thing, I go, Bob, How heavy is it? Well, yeah, it's kind of heavy. I went over and tried to lift it. Oh my God. There is no way he should have been lifting that. Oh, I said, what do you want to do? Rip that all back open? And then you'll be off work even longer. End up back in surgery. That would not be good. Sometimes you just got to be a mother to these guys, right? Sorry, guys. But it's true. Oh, man. So, I'll finish this berry up. Oh, and we have more sunflowers here, don't we? Didn't even notice that. So I'm going to color them the same as these. Okay, so I am going to pause this quick. I will go take care of business and I will be right back. One moment. All right, I am back. Wasn't any time for you at all, but it's about 15-20 minutes later for me. Bob was about ready to go to bed, so I waited for that. Had to take Bella out potty, all that good stuff. So got out the markers that I needed to do these other sunflowers. At least that's what I'm making them. Checked on the birdie in the garage while I was out there. Even though Bella was out for the last time, and I typically close the garage door then, but with the birdies being in there, I kind of leave the garage door open till I go to bed later, which typically isn't until midnight or a little after. I'm kind of a night owl that way. Not as late as I know some of you go to bed. Some of you are more night owls than me, especially those of you who have insomnia and wish you could go to bed earlier. I used to have insomnia so bad. I would end up getting only a couple hours of sleep at night, but now I actually don't have much problem falling asleep anymore. Thank heavens. It's nice to go to bed, which that alone is nice because for years I just slept in my recliner because of my back. And then I got a new mattress and I got a feather bed topper and different pillow. I've tried a couple different pillows and found I can't have a soft pillow. I need a much firmer pillow. And by trying all of that together, that really helped. So I am now able to sleep in bed again, which especially is nice for Bob in the morning because then he doesn't feel like he has to be so quiet. Especially, you know, when he is working and he gets up so early, like at, 4 o'clock in the morning, and makes his breakfast and coffee and stuff, and he'd always feel like he has to be so quiet so as not to wake me. So now with me in the bedroom and the door shut, he doesn't have to be near as quiet, and I never or very rarely hear him at all. And Bella must not either, because she doesn't bug to go out at all. Since he's been off work now, he's been taking Bella to bed with him, so. But she's missing her puppy massage. Every night when we would go to bed, I would give her little puppy massage, especially where her harness goes around her. I always call it her bra. Because it, well, goes around the front of her chest, and the straps go around her arms. So, to me, it's kind of like a bra, and she probably feels the same way because it is snug enough on her. She has finally now lost some weight because we haven't been feeding her our people food anymore. She just gets her dog food, which, of course, she does not like at all. She sits there and begs for food while we're eating. She's getting a little bit better, though. I think she's starting to realize that she's not going to get anything. Doesn't stop her from trying, though. So it's always nice when we do go out to eat that we can actually eat in peace without a dog sitting there staring at us with the big puppy eyes saying, "Please give me some of that." Especially, of course, any kind of meat or, you know, like, gimme, gimme, gimme. Now, what did I color that? Oh, galaxy green. That's what it was. Let me see. While I was waiting for Bob to go to bed, I kind of took some things off my my desk over here so I could put my both sets of markers to the right of me. This is what I did right now. I'm like, this don't look the same. It does look a little different than the other one. I must say, the one thing, sorry. The one thing about the Sharpies and the Amazon Basics is they do smell strongly of, you know, an alcohol marker. You can really, I mean, they definitely have their own distinct odor. I don't know what it is about them, but yeah. So I imagine any of you that are sensitive to an alcohol marker odor would have a hard time coloring with Sharpies, because yes, they are quite strong smelling. And I'm lucky that it doesn't bother me. So, but I know I have heard comments from some of you and in some of the Facebook groups that some of you are very sensitive to the smell of alcohol markers. Some of the sets that I have don't smell strongly of, you know, the alcohol smell at all. And then others, like Sharpies, are quite strong smelling. Never noticed. Let me grab an Amazon Basic. Are they kind of the same? Yeah, they are. They're quite strong too. They don't smell quite the same as Sharpies though. Like I said, I don't know what it is about Sharpies. They have their own distinct odor. It's got to be the kind of ink that Sharpie puts in their markers. I haven't colored with my Sharpies and Amazon Basics in quite a while. I used them a little bit in the color and chat that I did out of Sun Life Drawings World of Animals book. That detailed book. I used a variety of things in that book. And yeah, I used some well, actually quite a bit of Sharpie, I think. And Amazon Basics. Some fine liners, some gel pen. And I typically don't do that. I pretty much, for the most part, stick with one coloring medium in my pictures. And I know many of you color with a lot of different mediums in your pictures. And I don't know. I guess I don't think of doing that when I'm coloring a picture. I get out my one coloring medium and that's what I stick with, because when I color on my desk in here, when I record, all of my coloring mediums are not on my desk here like many of you guys have your desks set up with all your coloring mediums in front of you. So all of my stuff is over in the dining room. So if I decided to, at the last minute, pull out, say, a gel pen or a Posca, or I decided, you know, I wanted to put something, maybe some type of glitter, or I'd have to pause the video and go get it. And let's put our brown, I think they're like seeds, sunflower seeds in here. I see that Zoe Archer started Colortronic color along for the month of May, and I do have a Colortronic book, and I do like that book. I've colored a couple pictures in there, so I may sometime in the month of May color a picture out of there too. All right. What should we do next? Let's do the mushrooms. What color shall we make these mushrooms? What do I have to pick from? Well, I think I'm going to make the snail tan. So I don't want to make the mushroom tan. So we'll color him in first. Okay. And then the mushrooms. Now we actually could color these mushrooms anything we wanted to, right? Let's see. What colors do I have? Okay, in the Amazon Basics, there's a color called tan. It's not really tan. It's kind of like a really warm gray. But maybe I'll color it that. Okay, let's do... Now, if I color that. Now let's color these. Well, we'll decide what we want the other one then. And then maybe I'll do the dots in a dark brown. So this is a real warm gray. It's definitely not a tan, so I am not sure where I got the color names for these Amazon Basics. But I definitely wouldn't have called this tan, so I had to have gotten the names from somewhere. They must have been listed on the Amazon website or something. I got the names from somewhere. And we'll color the dots in brown. So tomorrow is Thursday. Yay! It's almost the end of the week for me. I know many of you still have Friday to work, but Friday starts my 3-day weekend. Wanted to get a haircut last Friday, but I go to Cost Cutters, and any of you that go to Cost Cutters for your haircuts knows you cannot make appointments. And I always get my haircut with this one stylist there. And she is, of course, the most popular one there. I love her. Her personality is just awesome. We get along great. And to top it all off, she really knows how to cut my hair. I have baby fine hair. As she puts it, you have lots of hair, it just is baby fine. I never got my permanent hair in, my real hair. I just kept my baby fine hair. So, yeah, because she has real fine hair, so she really cuts my hair nice. And so, when I went in to get my hair cut last Friday, finally, they're so long and overgrown. She had both a color and a perm last Friday afternoon, so there went that idea. So now I gotta go this Friday, and I'm gonna call ahead though this time and make sure she doesn't have a color or a perm. This Orion orange is super duper dark, so I think I'm going to use that for the other mushroom. Is that what this one is? I think, yep. So yeah, I am really crossing my fingers and hoping I can get in for a haircut, because then I can go ahead and dye my hair. I have mail order dye that comes every 12 weeks, but I don't dye my hair every 12 weeks. And so when they say it's, time for them to send me my shipment, I go on the website and I delay the shipment. I don't dye my hair very often, and 12 weeks is the longest that you can select to have the auto shipment sent to you. But I really like where I get my hair dye through, because it lasts really long. But the thing that's really nice is you set up exactly how you want your hair color, and then they specially mix it according to how you want it. So, the color possibilities are endless. When you first sign up, you tell them what your original color of your hair is and what color you would like it to be, and they mix it up. And it took a few tries to get the color that I wanted. And if you don't like it when you first sign up and you dye your hair and you don't like it, they will send you another one free of charge until, we'll make this darker green, until you get to the color that you want. And I have kind of medium brown hair normally, and I always dye mine red, but not a real bright red that you can tell it's dyed. But I wanted it with like golden highlights kind of in it, especially in summertime. And yeah, like I said, it took a few tries because the dye that I got in the beginning barely had any red to it at all, and she just, she assumed that, I didn't want it to look like my hair are dyed, so, they put it real toned down, and I wanted it a little bit brighter of a red, and the next one just didn't hardly have any blonde highlights to it at all. So, tried it again. Now, should that be green in there? I don't think so. Tried it again, and yeah, got pretty close the third time. It's not exactly like I want, but it's close enough. So my hair dye should be coming next week maybe. And I like to dye my hair shortly after I get a haircut, because I get my hair cut super short, especially in the back. The bottom of my hair actually gets shaved with a not a shaver, like what they clip guys' hair with. And no, not right down to the skin or anything, a little longer than that, but it's cut pretty short. And I like it that way. Gets cut up and around my ears, so it's nice and short there. Okay, what should we do all these leaves? Let's see, they're all kind of the same. So, boy, on camera, my hand looks all red and blotchy. Holy cow. Yeah, I really got to get this lighting figured out. Man, oh man. Okay, let's do a lime green for all of that. Here we go. Okay. Just gonna have to tell Bob he's got to get this ceiling light put in for me before it gets too hot out, which heaven only knows if that's ever gonna happen. Boy, it has been so cold this week. 30s and 40s, but there is a light at the end of the tunnel, because by Friday, it's supposed to be like 61 for a high, and Saturday, I think it's supposed to be mid-60s for highs. Yay! We haven't been in the 60s for a while. It was really a fluke that Saturday, a couple weeks ago, when we hit 77. It's like, oh my gosh. Oh, that was so gorgeous. Didn't last long though. Not long at all. A day. But I think spring has sprung finally. Alrighty, let's go up and do this one. Boy, on camera, this looks like it's neon green. Oh my gosh. Let's tone this down a little. Oh, no matter what I do, it's going to look that way. Oh my heavens. This really looks bad. I must do something about the lighting, because it's definitely not bright on my end. It's pretty shadowy and dark. So it is not recording what I am saying. And yeah, this looks neon green from what I see on the camera, and it's actually kind of a deep leaf green. I like this paper because it doesn't bleed like Amazon paper does. That stuff is, oh my gosh. You really got to stay away from the black lines and stuff with that paper, and this stuff is nice paper. And like I said in my flip-throughs of my Spark books, you get such a great deal for $5.99 for all of these books. A lot of pictures in each book, but yet, yeah, I mean, with the nice paper and having them single-sided, and I think it's a great deal, just like all of Dover and Creative Haven books. I wish all books could be this reasonable. You know, because even though a lot of the books from, you know, that have CreateSpace paper, they still charge a lot for a lot of those books. And they're not made near as nice as these are. And Creative Haven. So Bella went to bed with Bob, so at least I know I won't get interrupted by the dog barking like I do so many times, especially in the morning. If I record in the morning, and that's when a lot of people walk their dogs. Oh boy. Many times I've had to pause the video because Bella started barking. That's one thing about a small dog. They can be so cute, but typically small dogs are so yappy. I couldn't see getting a bigger dog in this house. I wanted a nice small dog. But yeah, typically bigger dogs are quieter. And even when they bark, it's not that piercing, high-pitched bark. Kind of just goes through you. Or, heaven forbid, if the UPS or FedEx guy stops. Oh my gosh. She starts getting antsy if she even sees one drive past. She's waiting for it to pull in. Although, since Christmas time, I don't know if this was for you guys too, everything was getting delivered by the mail. Very few packages came through UPS. And now I've been noticing, of course I haven't been ordering near like I was, and Bob ordered a few things, and everything, just about everything, came by UPS. So I don't know, now that the Christmas season, the Christmas rush is over, that they are starting to ship via UPS again. Are you guys starting to get stuff via UPS? I know some of you, I don't know if it's just in the South or if the East Coast or West Coast has it too, but you actually have Amazon delivery trucks. Boy, that'd be nice. We don't have that anywhere around here as far as I know. I know Anne has mentioned it a number of times in her videos that the UPS truck was there, or the Amazon truck was there. I'm going to make these the same color. I don't know if they're little leaves the same as these that are coming up off the stem. Alrighty. And then I think for these, Let's see. Let's go with a different green. And I think I will go with Martian green. Don't you love the names of some of these? Now, this goes up here, so I think this leaf back here is the same as these down here. But it's hard to tell what's leaf and what isn't up here. I think these are just stems to them. And we'll say that's a leaf. Yeah, that's how I interpret it. You ever find yourself doing that? It's like, okay, I am not sure what the illustrator meant. I've noticed that a lot in the Jade Summer books when I color in those. It's like, okay, I'm not sure what that is, but we're gonna color it this way. As Dee Dee Willingham says, you are the boss of your coloring book. You color it however you want to. We are the artist that brings the coloring book to life, right? Really don't know how long this color and chat is, because with having to pause before, I don't know how long that section of the video was. Because when I say I'm pausing, I'm not truly pausing. I'm stopping that part of the recording, and then I start up a new recording. And when I get it in the editor, once I'm all done and I upload it to my computer, I just splice the two pieces together in my editor. So I don't know how long that first part was. So this color in chat, this color along, I should say, might be a little bit lengthy. But I know a lot of us like the longer color in chats, so I hope you do. I know my color in chats and color along videos typically do pretty well when I look at the analytics, which we as YouTube, what do you want to say, video makers, those of us that have YouTube channels, we can look at our analytics and see which videos are doing better, and you know how many views a video has, what the average length of viewing time it is for that video, how many likes, how many thumbs down. Of course, we can't see who, you know, there's no names, there's none of that. So don't worry, I can't see all of that. That wouldn't be too good, would it? But it's nice that we can see what the trends are so that we know what kind of content you guys are responding to, so we can put out what interests you guys. So I do like, you know, periodically going in and looking at the analytics to see which videos are doing well and which ones aren't. Okay, is that all our leaves? Oh, I sure hope I wasn't off camera that whole while. I didn't even look over at my iPad. Now, these stems, should I make them a dark green? And then this is branch, so I'll make them brown. or just one. I think there's just one branch, huh? But these look more like stems. Maybe I'll make the stems dark brown, or dark brown. I'll make them dark green too. And well, this bigger one I can use the fine tip. The other ones I might need this super fine. I wanted to color the stems just a little bit different than the leaves themselves. Oh, and then we got this birdie here to do. Don't know what I should do for the background. I suppose blue, huh? Not sure what this is. So this down here must be the ground and then the sky. I am thinking. So I think I'll do this down here, this tan color, and then blue up through there. Where else? We can use the bigger one here. But I think I'll use the ultrafine up there. So are any of you guys going to buy any Spark books? And I forgot a Tootsie here. And join us on our color along here for the month of May. They really are some cute books. And they got so many. There's a lot of them. Okay. Here's oh, let's quick get his foot before I forget again. Let's see. What shade of gray was he? I think one of the darker ones. Suppose we should make his eyes pink. I'll do that after I'm done with all the stems. I'll do that one with the ultrafine too. Don't forget, if you do color out of one of these Spark books, to join in the color along, to post in Donna's Facebook group, which I will link down below, and use the hashtag Dive into Dover Spark. I know we're going to have a good time with this month. Like I said, I'm going to be doing a color in chat shortly out of the newest Sun Life drawing book that I just did a flip through of, and should be going up before this one. Okay, let's get out the ultrafine of green. And yes, that's this one. Okay, right here. If you hear munching in the background, I have the cat's food dish back behind me, and one of them's munching away back here. Yes, definitely needed the ultrafine up there. Okay, any more stems? I think we just have the branch then. Put this one away, and let's get out. I'm going to use the ultrafine for this too. Keep forgetting to look to make sure I'm in camera. Do kind of like these colors for the mushrooms. Even though that's technically a deep, that's an orange. That is a dark orange. I think it worked pretty good for a mushroom. I was originally thinking of just making these really like a bright red with yellow spots or something, but then I spied this color and I thought, I think that would look better. I mean, there are so many actual brightly colored mushrooms in the world. I have seen red mushrooms. I mean, there's probably blue mushrooms somewhere. I know I've seen some like coral colored mushrooms by my sisters. They were really pretty. So then we walked up in her woods and yeah, we found all different colors of mushrooms. I know some people go mushroom picking to eat. I'd be too nervous doing that because I do not know anything about mushrooms and which ones are edible and which ones are poisonous or which ones just plain wouldn't taste good. Might not necessarily be poisonous, but would taste like crap. I'm not a big mushroom person anyhow. The only thing I like mushrooms on are basically Italian food. I like it in my spaghetti sauce and on my pizzas. But that's about it. Don't like them on burgers. Don't like them in my omelets. Nothing like that. All right, let's do the pretty flowers over here. I think I'm going to do them light pink. So let's do pink lemonade. I think I'll do them with the ultra fine. Pink lemonade, yep. This seems dry too. Let's go to just the fine tip. Much better. I'm gonna have to go through my Sharpies and add alcohol to them because I think they're just starting to get dried out because of sitting. Because I definitely didn't use all of them enough for them to be running out of ink yet. So, yeah, I think I'm just going to put some alcohol in them. And I colored over the centers because I want to just do them in a little bit darker of a pink. So let's do that. Let's see, how about a jelly pink? And that is 1, 2, 3, 4 down. Jelly pink. Hopefully at the end, when I am done coloring this picture and I zoom back out, maybe the colors will look like they actually should be. Oh, here's a leaf down here. That kind of looks maybe like these. What was that? I think that was lime green. No, it's not. It's more like the other one. So that was Martian green. Don't want the ladybug sitting on a white leaf. That would be strange. Never seen a white leaf. There, now he's got a regular leaf. Let's do our birdie. Let's make him a bluebird. Let's make him a bright blue. How about techno blue? So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Techno blue? No, that's brilliant blue. Techno blue. Then maybe in the wings, I'll make a couple of them a little bit darker. So I hope you guys will enjoy the month of May with our color alongs. Like I said, I know Donna loves these books, and we heard from so many of you that you really enjoyed these too, so that's why we thought, that might be a good collaboration to do. Anybody that is subscribed to Donna knows she hasn't had a video out in a while. I know she was kind of on vacation for a few weeks. I said, we miss your videos, Donna. So it's nice to see her back. All right, so let's do a couple dark blue feathers. Let's do Intergalactic. I'm going to get my ultra fines out. Intergalactic. Okay. So we'll do this one. And we'll just alternate. And let's do some of these too. There we go. Maybe we'll do some of this too. At least give them a few different colors in there. Where'd that come from? Oh, up here. Alrighty. Let's do his legs. Let's do them in a dark. And his beak. Now let's do these. Let's do that. Now it's called peach, but let's see. Is that peach? Yeah. Let's see what this looks like. Suppose I could have made these deep yellow. This peach doesn't look too good. Oh well. That's okay. We'll do his beak the same color. Or her beak. Just like the mourning doves out in the garage. I have no idea what's what. Only unless one would have earrings and one wouldn't. Oh boy, I'm getting silly tonight now. Okay, let's do the butterflies. I'm going to make the body black. Oh, maybe I should make it gray, because otherwise I'm covering that all up. Let's do it. Let's do a middle gray. And then maybe I'll do that part lighter gray. Yeah, that way you can see the lines in there yet. Okay, what should we make the butterflies? I am going to make it my favorite combo of purple and pink. So, what purple and what pink? I think I want the purple to really contrast with the pink, so I am going to go with a dark purple, and we will go with purple. Okay, let's use the ultra fines. Must be this one. Yep. Okay, I'm going to do all the dots in the dark color. Am I on camera? Kind of, sort of. Hopefully you guys are just coloring yourself and not actually watching me. Okay, let's color this one the same way. Then I think we'll do 2 shades of pink. Different pink in here, and then a light pink on the outside. So, what pinks? Ba-dum. Okay, maybe we'll go with electric pink and magenta. Electric pink and that color pink, magenta. There it is. Okay. All right. We'll do, no. Well, let's see. Is magenta going to be, wait a minute. Yeah, that's what I wanted. Okay. Going to be very bright butterflies. Very colorful. Imagine seeing a butterfly like this in real life. Woo! You'd notice that one flying around. I suppose I could have colored him in monarch butterfly colors. Oranges and blacks. That would have just been too boring. Okay, and then let's go around with this. Oh, it seems you're dried too. I'm wondering if I just didn't have the caps on tight enough. Let's get out the fine tip then. And what was that one? Electric pink. There we go. Seems like my ultrafines, and that is different than the ultrafine. What the heck? For those of you, I've noticed this in other ones, that the ultrafine was actually different color than the fine. Has anybody else that colors with Sharpies noticed that? Or maybe it's just me. The caps are all the same colors. I don't know. Oh, isn't that pretty? Wowzers. It is very bright on camera again, I see. Such a bummer because it's so pretty here. Doesn't look near as pretty on the camera. When I look at my iPad anyways. We don't have a whole lot left other than the background. Okay, did I get everything? Like I said, I think I'm just, well, maybe we should do 2 shades down here. But I really don't have 2 shades. I know I want to do one tan. What else do I have to work with here? I don't want to use that color, and I really don't want to use brown unless I put tan up here and brown down below. Why don't we do that? So we are just going to do this whole picture in Sharpie and Amazon Basics. Oh yeah, I'm already at almost an hour just on this part of the recording. So I really, like I said, I'm not sure how long that first part was before I paused, but I would assume it was over half an hour. So yeah, this will be kind of a long coloring chat. When I do color out of that Unicorns book, I may split that up into 2, which maybe I should have done this one in 2 parts. I don't know. Would you guys in the future typically want the color and chats split up more, or do you like them as one long color and chat? Please let me know in the comments below. And I think I'm going to use the Amazon Basic Brown because it might be, I think it's a hair lighter than the Sharpie Brown. So we're going to try this. So yeah, let me know if you just like the one longer video or if I should split them up. I never knew which way to go about it, and it kind of depends on my time too. Sometimes I'll just do a shorter color and chat. Very rarely do I keep them down to like a half an hour. It's usually, you know, at least 45 minutes to an hour. But sometimes I like to just, you know, and if I have the time and I feel like it, just color the whole picture and get her done. Oh, maybe Maybe it is almost the same brown, huh? Oh well. Like I said, I really, in the Sharpies, anyhow, don't have a whole lot to pick from. Maybe for this picture I shouldn't have used Sharpies, but that's okay. It still's cute. There's a bunny one in here too that I want to color. I think it's so cute. I really had to almost flip a coin whether to do this one or the bunnies. But the mousies trumped it. They won out. I just thought they were so adorable. And we got, that's right, I got colored her eyes. Oh, I bet you that was supposed to be grass, huh? It's ground now. Just have the mousie's eyes left, and then the sky. And yes, I will do the sky a pretty light blue. I think I have one of them. Yep, it's actually even called sky blue. It was meant to be. Oh my, it is after 10 already. Really helps to have this clock on my desk now. I almost forgot to look at it and I was wondering what time it was, and then I remembered, oh that's right. I have a clock in here now finally. Alrighty, let's get them mousie's eyes. What kind of pink? Let's make them that electric pink. I liked that. Well, I want to make them a bright pink, I think. Bright pink, I think. How about Amazon Basics neon? Well, it's called neon pink. It's not, well, kind of, sort of is. We'll do this. Oh, that one don't need it. There. They got their pink eyes now. All right, the background. There is no, well, there's a sky blue in the Amazon Basics too, but so it's either that or this one. I think we'll go with that. It's a little bit lighter than that. So yeah, we'll go with the sky blue and the Sharpies. So it must be this one. Yep. Alrighty. We're just booking right along here. Yeah, hopefully this is a nice juicy one, because we got a lot to cover here. I don't know if I like this or not. Kind of wanted a lighter, not brighter, lighter blue. But this is the lightest I had. And I don't think I had any really light aqua. No. No, not in either set. So, this is what it shall be. What is everybody else coloring? Or are you diamond painting? Or what other craft are you doing? There's lots of crafts out there. Knitting, crocheting. What I used to do was a lot of needlepoint. I have a great big needlepoint that's, oh gosh, probably 2/3 done. It's a Cluny tapestry. I don't know if you've ever heard of them. From over in England. There's a set of tapestries that have been converted into needlepoint, and so very detailed because there's a million gazillion little bitty flowers and leaves in the background. And I have already done 2 of them, but the 2 that I did were done with yarn, like a lot of needlepoint pictures are. But then they came out with the Cluny tapestries that are even a little more detailed, and they are done with floss, DMC floss, which for those of us diamond painters, we know what the DMC color means. So yeah, extremely detailed, and I just have not worked on it in years. It's been sitting in my closet, and as a matter of fact, I even, before I, had this one finished, I had bought another one, and because of the size of them, they're quite large, and all the floss that is a part of the picture, they are quite expensive. And that was when I bought them eons ago, so I cannot imagine what those kits cost now. And I was off camera again. I'm just jabbering away, not noticing where I'm at. So boy, I really hope you guys are doing something on your own and not watching me. It's getting late. Of course, I always find an excuse, don't I? Because when I record in the morning, I'll say, it's early in the morning. So it's either getting late or it's too early in the morning. When is a good time to record? I don't know. The middle of the day when I can't, because Maddie's here. I wish I could record during the day more often, because I'm really limited as to when I can record, because it's either evening or bright and early in the morning. But with having, Friday, Saturday, Sunday off, I like to get a number of videos recorded on the weekend, and then I can release them throughout the week as I want. So that helps. It's just these past few weekends, things have been coming up, or I'm working on a project. Like last weekend, I was trying to finish up that big project of the Prismacolor color combinations, the color blend worksheets that I was working on. And I just put out a video, what was it, yesterday? Or Monday? Maybe it was Monday. I'm losing track of days. Showing what all the blends, all the color combinations I had gotten together. So yeah, I spent a lot of time last weekend on that. I think I actually only got one video made maybe last weekend, because then on Sunday I had to work some on Maddie's Minnie Mouse picture, because I only have a little over a month until her birthday. And this picture is not getting done too fast. At all. Then I gotta see what size it is and see if I have stretcher bars for it, because if not, I have to order some stretcher bars. I know I have plenty of canvas here to make the stretch canvas, which is how I frame mine. That's another video that I have been requested to do, is to show all of my completed diamond paintings, which means I gotta get a bunch of them down off the wall. But I have a ton that have not even been framed yet. Oh, that's so bad. I'll get them done and then they sit on my table back here. But I do have quite a few of them that did get framed. I won't be able to show all of them though, and I'm not sure how I'm going to show some of them, because I did a lot of them as gifts for my kids, and gave one to my sister. But I do have pictures of them all on my phone. So I may just print out the pictures that I have of those. But yeah, I have a ton that are not even framed. So I will show them too. Like I said, I'm not quite sure how I'm going to record that. I may have to put the camera way up on top of my desk again, because many of these diamond paintings are quite big. And there's no way I could show them all at once anyhow with my phone down here. These just too big. So we shall see when I get that together. I want to do it this weekend and then maybe post it, publish it to YouTube early next week. If there are any pictures out of any of these spark books that you would like me to color, or if there is a specific medium that you would like me to color with, just let me know and I can do that. We have all month. I would eventually get to it. My next, depending upon if I hear from any of you, and I get any other requests, the next one I would like to do is out of the mandala book. And also the butterfly book looks really pretty. Well, they're all kind of neat, so. They all have such cute pictures in, again, because they are tailored towards kids, so, you know, all the books are made real cutesy cutesy. But as you can see, And as long as it took me to color this, and that's with marker, which is, you know, typically your fastest coloring medium there is. Wow, this blue looks bright on the camera. Holy cow. You can see how long this picture took me. So, again, I find it so hard that these are geared at 6 to 10-year-olds. I think they're very off on that age group. Almost there. Yeah, none of these Sharpies seem particularly juicy. I see this background looks kind of mottled, if that's the correct term. Kind of splotchy. So I think I definitely have to sit down some night and go through all of my Sharpies, Bics, and Amazon Basics. And get out I have a bottle of the higher alcohol content rubbing alcohol instead of the standard, what is it, 80-some% alcohol. I have the, what is it, 92 or 93% alcohol. And that's the alcohol that I like to use in my markers when I do add alcohol. It's just a little bit purer of an alcohol, and it really isn't any more than the lower content alcohol, rubbing alcohol that you buy. So it's still very, very cheap. And I figure it's just a little bit better for the markers. And we are almost there. Round the mousie's tail. I'm getting quiet. I always feel like I have to be talking constantly. You know, I can't be quiet. This is a color and chat. We are done. Let's zoom back out and take a look. See? Yeah, it looks a little bit better back there, but boy, it's still, Let me shine this light down and let me turn off the light. Ooh, now we're really in the dark. Yeah, that's a little bit better. That's a little bit closer to what it looks like. Oh my gosh, what did I do? Oh my heavens. Wow, lost you guys for a while. Did that turn completely black on you guys too? It did on the iPad. I'm like, holy cow, I lost yous. Wow, I had to make sure I was still recording. So, yes, this, let me zoom you a little bit in. This is our picture. Yay! First one for the Dive into Dover Spark Color Along. I thought it turned out pretty cute. What do you all think? Alrighty, so that is the end of this one. I'm going to, yeah, I'll keep this over here so I know I colored that this month. I have another one tagged, must be the bunnies. Oh no, I have the hippos and the baby hippos marked, but maybe the bunnies aren't in this book. Anyhow, this again was from the Circles of Fun Animals. And boy oh boy, I am not winning with my lighting here. So I hope you liked watching this color along. I hope some of you are going to be able to join in the color along during the month of May. Again, I will link this book down below. It is, as you can see, a real cutesy book. And I will link those other things that I had mentioned in the beginning of the video with the pencil cases. Hopefully I will remember all that, and I will link Donna's YouTube channel and her Facebook group down below. So, all right, if you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button and subscribe if you are new to my channel. I hope everybody has a terrific rest of their week, and as always, happy coloring. Bye.